Hey guys, the Bears fan of 16 to be for you. Trial number 003 on Brave Frontier RPG, which is the EU server. So went ahead and decided to finally take on the trial. So you have to start counting turns from the very beginning. Every 4 turns, the Juggernaut will do Lightning AoE, which could end up hurting. I decided to basically try to save the tree and Tesla for every 4 turns. Next will come in is Demon Abaddon. He's the one that's a little bit more difficult. He inflicts all status ailments, heavy resistance, but not immune to poison. He has a bunch of different moves. The big thing is Death Gate at 50% HP is massive single target attack used 2 times. You really want full HP and you really want mitigation when that happens because you'll die. You don't want to die. So what I decide to do is I guard Groddens and basically go with everyone else and end up living with the full HP and mitigation up. That also happens at 30%. So you got Death Gate's massive single target dark attack used 4 times. It's a lot more difficult because it's 4 times and can hurt quite a bit. I'll put a link to the Maxwell guide in the description if you don't already know about it. I know a lot of people in EU already know about it because it's been out for a while between Japan and that. But next comes in Maxwell. Maxwell. So I had a chart that I used back in the day when I originally beat Maxwell on Global. So basically, every 4 turns there is Rune and Sacred Song. Every 5th turn there's Destiny, and every 20 turn it's Sacred Song and Destiny together. So that's why you need to count from the beginning because those turn counts go into they go through everyone the whole way up to Maxwell. So you need to keep counting. Big things, 70% Maxwell does Meteor. It's massive single target light attack. 50% cast Resurrection, 10 combo light elemental attack on all enemies. Drains 150% of damage dealt. It's used randomly afterwards. 30% is Genesis, 15 combo light attack on all enemies. And then Destiny, massive single target light attack, cast twice now instead of once. So Destiny's cast is a massive single target. Rune and Sacred Song, you gotta watch those. Sacred Song boosts attack 80 by 80% and defense by 200% for 2 turns and adds Angel at a buff, active until reduced to 0 HP and then used every 4 turns. So you can get stuck in an endless loop at Maxwell at the end if you can't kill her. 20% is the hardest part. Endless 33 combo, massive light attack on all enemies. Trigger your mitigator and you basically want to guard everyone else except the one person that's going to take it to 20%. 0% rise with 100,000 HP. You have basically until she casts Sacred Song again to beat her. It's bad if you kill her and then the next turn Sacred Song because she's going to get their revive buff again. I did end up getting to the 2 Graws died and I'm like, you know what, that's just how it's going to be. There's nothing I can do. So I decided to revive 1 because I wasn't doing much damage. I wanted to get back the dark buff. So we get that. Now we jump into 30% here, which in a moment. Well, actually we just did. It was a Dio. I messed up on Endless again. I didn't think I would do this much damage, but I did, and I triggered Endless without mitigation, which sucked. So I'm like, ah. I did this twice during live stream, and in the previous fight I did the same thing, and I ended up losing when Maxwell had like 10 HP. Not even kidding you. Like 10 HP. It was terrible. But Lulu lives, and I'm like, well, there's no point in triggering Super Brave Burst because it doesn't do any damage. So I ended up just attacking here. I did keep one part of it live here in a moment, so I will cut out and then we'll come back. But I don't know how long I sit here, so I'm going to stop for a second. Alright, so I had to cut a little bit out. Tesla does basically no damage, and then Tesla dies. Actually, at this point, I stopped keeping track of turns, too. Now, I knew I was in somewhat decent shape here because I did actually get to use this team once, and it did a pretty massive amount of damage. I retweaked it a little bit, added some different spheres on, hope for more crits. But the Maxwell, this one has Gel Knight Axe, which is awesome. So whoever friend that was, thank you so much. That ends up helping a ton. Lunars I did for the status immunities and Holy for the mitigation. Now, the time I did it did not do that much damage, so it ended up working out amazingly. And we're going to cut to the live audio here.
Boom! Done!
I don't care about 1 squatting. I thought I might have lost it. Alright, so captured it. Beat trial number 003. Pretty excited. Then I had to figure out what I wanted to do next because I had 5 mystery frogs, 1 robo frog. I was saving the robo frog for mini Maxwell, and other people told me I should probably save it for mini because it has probably gonna have a higher imp max, so it'd be more effective with robo. I don't think mini Maxwell's gonna come out for a long time. Super Honor Summons this last time was really good, and I got a lot of imps. I'm thinking I can use a sphere frog and mini and just finish imping her because I did use like 4 imps on her before I remembered that I was gonna use robo. So I'm like, So I start off with the frogs here. So it's Lord type first, and get pretty cool when I get Oracle. So pretty excited about that. I had to take a screenshot of it because terrible. So next Robo Frog is hopefully something amazing, and it turned out to be back to Lord type. So I'm like, are you serious? So I have my 3rd one here. I'm like, come on, Breaker Anima. That's all I want. Just Breaker Anima. It'd be amazing. Goes back to Oracle. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I wanted to screenshot the type this time. But luckily, I had 2 more mystery frogs in my chest. So this one, I was like, it stayed the same because it didn't show it. But it actually switched to Breaker. I was like, yes! Oh my gosh! So excited. So I have a Breaker Maxwell. It's pretty amazing. Something I do not have on Global. And then finally, what everyone wants to see is Robo Frog. Get to see Mr. Ribbit go by here. It's a sad day that he does have to disappear, but there's nothing I can do because I totally want to just finish my Maxwell. So, takes it to level 100. Takes it to Super Brave Burst 10. Also, Max Imps it and Sphere Frogs Maxwell. It was amazing. Will there ever be another Robo Frog again? Who knows? I think it said maybe it was a one-time only. Never know. But I did get me at least 1 Robo Frog, and now I got a Super Maxwell, which I'm excited about. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, and share, and we'll see you later.